Welcome back to some professional Starcraft 2 from the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice playoffs of 2021. Some of the most exciting, fun, dangerous, suave, smooth, stylish, rugged. Okay, wait. In the bottom left, the Protoss player in this Protoss versus Terran. Some say he is best, but I prefer him as Zest. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know if you're gonna get the Diamond League Zest or you're gonna get the Diamond League but still somehow wins almost every tournament Zest. Whoever shows up today will know probably pretty quickly and we'll go from there. But up against him, the best Beyond cosplayer in the world. In fact, at this point, his micro may have surpassed the man himself, but, well, we'll see. We'll be the judge of that. Team Liquid's young Frenchman. It is the creme de la creme. Jimmy! He's not that... I know he's a smaller dude, but, like, come on. He's not as big as Zest, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Zest is pretty tall. Actually, he's way taller than me. That's not important. Anyways, so Clem... And of course, let's not get started on Big Gabe. I don't have time. None of us do. A probe. He got that probe in early. I think I scouted off a pylon. Zest is, he has his own way about things. He's like if Has decided to pretend to macro every now and again. We're going to have a Reaper out of Clem. There's been some more, a variety of strategies lately. Reaper no longer... the inevitability that it once was, especially in Terran versus Protoss, but is still the most popular choice to open things up. Occasionally, you got your Marine builds. That's about it. Every once in a while, you get like a concussive shell build, but yeah, mostly the other unit is Marine. So, but how many? Usually one, and then a reactor. Maybe a reactor first, and then Marines. You know, so many options. The beauty of StarCraft is not in how many, like... Part of the reason StarCraft Brood War and StarCraft 2 are just, in my opinion, while they might not be easier to play, they're just easier to pick up and watch than your average MOBA game, is because you don't have to read an entire encyclopedia just to understand all of the abilities that will be chained together in your face, keeping you from controlling your character for the next 30 seconds until you die horribly and your teammates forfeit the game. No. Though you might read the encyclopedia, it might be even a little misleading. Like, did you know that queens are not armored units? I may have harped on it enough. But you know how many people have read that prismatic alignment only does extra damage to armored? Meanwhile, Clem, die! What? Okay. I just assumed, I forgot it was Clem's Reaper. Because that Reaper was supposed to die. It took 2 adepts to kill Clem's Reaper, which sounds about right. No, look away. Look away. We're going to talk about the production tab momentarily. We're gonna talk about it. First, the adept gets out. Zest just slapped down a Dark Shrine. He just put it out there. And now he's sending Clem waiting until the last second. So Clem, where are you? Clem. I'm not entirely sure why these adepts keep getting in and doing damage. I was still on the MOBA train, unfortunately. But the adepts get in, and it has to be, if I'm Clem, I think this is a Stargate build. What did the Reaper see? The Reaper didn't see anything. The Reaper didn't see the Twilight. So you don't usually send in adepts and trade them for Marines unless it's a Stargate build. Something you ideally would want. He's building a second Viking, or he was, and then he rethought it. I'm not sure why he rethought it. He didn't. He's building a Raven. Oh, he thinks he knows. Clem knows, because the Oracle would have come in by now. Like an Oracle, a Void Ray, any of those shenanigans, they would have showed up. The other option, Cape Boys. Speaking of Cape, Clem, does he see him? Oh, he has to see him. No, Clem. No! Ah! Oh, no, it's a disaster. Even though he has a Raven. He knew red was sus, but, like, what a commitment. That's you just went DT. You just showed up with DTs. Here comes another one. Now, the eternal question of which DT is better. Is it the dagger DT, like the Zero Tool? Or is it like the Darth Maul double scythe DT? I personally prefer the scythe. It's a little cliche. Some of the skins have different ones. Some of them don't even have variety. But, yeah, that was... Zest kind of just went DTs, which you're not... I mean, the fact that he did it so quickly and so blatantly, I think helped. If he had tried to dance around the idea, like if he had held on, if he had done nothing... Oh no, Clem, whoa, whoa, whoa! Clem really didn't expect a third. Honestly, I don't know how he got a third as well. This is still a super strong attack. Zest just going for it. I mean, Clem just going for it. The Raven would have been really helpful to have, especially considering he could still warp in DTs. Losing that Raven was almost an unforgivable mistake here. So Clem gonna find a way to deal a lot of damage with a little stuff. Zest's like, okay, wait a second. Oh. Can I just make DTs? And yes. What? No, he just walked. No! Oh, what am I watching? 2 scans for a landed Viking to kill a Dark Templar. Unfortunately now, without the, like, if the Raven had lived through all this, Clem might be looking at a win right now. This did way more damage than I expected it to do. But that's, like, Zest had a third and he had DTs, and that was 90% of his army. Like, how was the third part of his army? I don't know, Chrono Boost? 1 Immortal! 1 DT! 1 mission! I don't know. I thought I would come up with something. It's a buddy cop movie. Alright, you got one who works in the darkness, and one who channels the power of light. And they just... unfortunately, you can't just... Yeah, much like most buddy cop movies nowadays, that just kind of ends because of map hacks. I don't know. We're not bringing all this together. But you know what is being brought together? Multiple Dark Templar to form Archons as a significant complement to Zest's army. The thing is, no, like, Zest still has the third. This game is all over the place. It's only been 8 minutes, but it seems both like... This game seems like it's been 15. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old. Oh. Well, is he going to have... The probe is looking for kind of exactly this. Oh. 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 Oh, no. Oh, well, this... Clem exactly halfway. Zest with the... Oh, no. Oh, no, no. He is still... Oh. Oh, it's a disaster. Zest with the probe scout timing. Zest can recall. Does he decide he's just gonna fight? Is that a mistake? No, because Clem just have... Yeah, Zest just says, "Let me kill you." So Clem never found the proxy. I mean, I think he understands the situation, but Zest kind of just walks up and takes his lunch money. As soon as he gets up, like, Clem and Zest are... Zest's on the end of the table. He's looking at him like, "You just gonna live that ham and mayonnaise sandwich over there?" And Clem's like, "Somebody watch my sandwich." But there's no one else there, because this isn't a stupid MOBA game. It's Starcraft. So he gets up from the table, and boom, Zest got his sandwich. Clem comes over like, "Hey, is that my sandwich?" Zest eats it in front of his face. And then Clem struggles for it, and Zest just finishes the sandwich. And now we're here. Game 2. Where? What? He's just... Okay. Yep, this is a good time for the probe to go out. Yeah. Is he doing a Max Pags build? Or is this just a scout? Like, with Zest, you never know. He maybe just felt like it. Like, Wait. Oh, come on. That game took too long. I have a date with your mother in like 20 minutes. Let's go. I gotta... Moves the probe back like this is a normal scout timing. Slaps a gateway at the back of what we're going to call Clem's natural. Even though I'm not sure if Clem will be the one claiming it in the long run. Yep. It's not, it's a straight, this is the boldest max, this is max packs, but in all caps packs, alright? This is if max packs just took the caps lock key off his keyboard, and like, so something like this, and then decided, this is how we're doing, okay. Well, this is a disaster. This is about as bad as it ever gets. He's seen nothing, and so this is a little, the Nexus isn't even late though. Like that's not even a late Nexus because it's only the one gate. He's building a second. Usually you build a Stalker. I guess the Cyber Core's not up yet. Clem with the proxy. I like it. I like it. Wait, he saw there wasn't a gate, right? No, he didn't go in the main. Oh my god, he didn't go in the main. Why didn't he go in the main? Because he wanted to proxy. Oh no, Clem is trying to proxy, but Zest is already like 100 steps ahead of him across the map in his natural. Okay, well, this is a little late. He waited for 2 zealots, which is awkward. I mean, so now the CC, as long as he stops the CC... Zest? Zest's just up here winning the game. Wait, no. So like, much of the point of this is to just completely shut down. Oh. Well, Clem finishes the CC, which, like, Zest was finishing that sandwich, I guess. Yeah, you're really supposed... The point of this is to stop the CC from... Okay, he comes back in. That's... Do you know how bunkers work? So the bunker that is just, like, normal to defend actually works out for Clem. Like... Okay. Zest almost lose. This is just not how this is supposed to look at all. Meanwhile, there's one Hellion. Oh my! And there's nothing to stop. He has no energy for recall here. Oh, the Hellion. Oh my god. I haven't seen a Hellion do this much damage since like the first time Boxer made them in TVZ. And it's not, and that was mostly emotional damage if you remember Zerg players back then. Like, he didn't even float the factory in. He just drove the Hellions into the base. Meanwhile, okay, so Zest had every opportunity to ruin Clem here. Like, everything went perfectly for Zest. And I guess that bores him too much. Which, like, stay feisty, Zest. But, like, it was such a perfect time to do a Max Packs that he just... I don't know. And now you can't just build he just walked in and... Alright, well, we're still on schedule. We still got 15 minutes until Zest's date, so... Here we are. The game just kind of ends. Like, oh my god, what a disaster. Like, what? Literally, the only explanation I have... Because he didn't even... So, think about this. Think about it with me. Think with me. For a moment. The only reason you should wait with 2 zealots, like he waited with 2 zealots, is until a Stalker finishes. He just kind of like sent in the zealots like 12 seconds after the Stalker started. If the zealots had just walked up and slashed down the SCV like they could in 2 seconds, and then the Stalker, and he had like another 12 seconds to stop the CC from, he had to be finishing the main ace sandwich. That is the only explanation. Or maybe he was pulling one of these. Who knows? Game 3. Zest versus Clem. Quite a series. Zest has just kind of gone for the casual Dark Shrine. 2 out of 2 games. Now, last game he really put up. I don't know. That was the. Everything was perfect. Clem had no idea. Clem outplayed himself. Like, Clem didn't scout the main because he wanted to make sure he had a factory on time. He didn't even scout, like, he didn't go Reaper, so that way he didn't have a Reaper scout or a Reaper to do damage. Like, everything went perfect for Zest, and then he just didn't attack with his units, which... Let's hope he remembers that his units can attack this game. Okay? I'm excited for that. And units that aren't DTs, that might have been it. The units he built weren't DTs, so that might have thrown him off. The only units he's allowed to build are Void Rays, DTs, and Stalkers with Blink. And maybe some Adepts, alright? Maybe a few Adepts, but that's it, and only for me. Zest the pioneer, if you would. The trailblazer of the 50 Shades with Glaives builds. The ridiculously... Oh, how do you look? Oh, well, actually. Wow, the probe gives him a strong look and the SCV's just gone. Probe's like, uh-huh. Are you sure about that? The answer is no. It's not... No, go home. Go home, Sam. I don't... Well, that was decisive from both sides. Alright. So, Adept is out in time. It's going to be a Stargate this time around. From Zest. No Dark Shrine or Leon. And it looks like, despite our best efforts, we're going to have a macro game here. Neither player looking to sneak something into their opponent's base to just kind of win the game or get ridiculously far ahead in the first 5 minutes. Like, you could maybe put an Oracle in that category, but it's not nearly the commitment that a Dark Shrine is. Like, DTs don't also have the ability to have Stasis Ward, they don't fly, and they can't have map hacks on units for 20 seconds at a time, like, all the time. So, unfortunately, DTs, the only things they have, Cloak, and also, in the campaign, Plot Armor. That's it, though. Otherwise, like, that's, and they didn't even get Blink on Ladder until, oh, do the thing with the grenade! Oh, I'm sorry. I get excited. Very serious cannon. Looks like Clem here, going for an early Widowmine drop, following it up with a Viking upon spotting a likely Stargate, but not gonna be in position in time to deal with the Oracle. Actually, 5 Marines, that should be enough to deal with the Oracle, and placing a Widowmine down behind the mineral line. Will Zest spot it? I believe he has. Hey, he's flirting with that CV. He's trying to dodge the Widowmine. Is there a Widowmine here? You never know. Some players are so ridiculously good at it. I get surprised, and I'm observing. So, Hellion shut down. Oh, that Hellion. Wait, come on. No. Clem. God damn it, Clem. Would you stop? Put him down. Or don't. Whatever. I don't... Meanwhile, the Reaper gets into the main because Clem bought so much time with his Hellion. And is gonna get up... Clem, stop. Oh. Clem, take your hand. Your wrists are gonna explode. Clem is what every Diamond player, and well, he's a Beyond cosplayer, so he's what every single Diamond Terran player wishes in their heart, and and they think they are, really, if it wasn't for the cheesers. They think they were gonna get 2 kills with 2 units at 5 minutes against a Protoss who already has Phoenixes out. But Clem actually does. He had no right to, but he does, of course. Because that's how Clem do. 2 Cyclones. That Viking, maybe a little bit ambitious. Vikings not actually great against Phoenixes. They're better against Oracles, because Oracles don't shoot back. Phoenixes trade very well against Vikings. But this is another, reminds me of Game 1. Wait, where are the Tecta boys? No Tecta boys for repair? Kind of surprising with this army. Alright, time for one of the most technical and confusing fights. So the Marines kill 1 Phoenix. Yeah, that's way too many units. That just kind of has some zealots. They're not very fast. They don't have charge, but like their presence is wow. Zest is really maximizing his Phoenix losses here. Okay, so that went terribly for Clem, but also Zest met. Wait, no, you can't. What? No, just go home. What? What? No, put down the sandwich! Oh my god, what is he doing? This is, like, it doesn't get much worse than this. Like, this is the worst fight Zest could possibly take. Yeah, Clem loses 10 SCVs, but he has a 3rd. Like, I guess we gotta stay on schedule, that's my bad. Like, the Adepts were doing okay. What? What? Clem, calm down. His zealots just confidently, one by one, power walking into a bunker. Zest has now lost way less, so I don't know anything. Apparently, his math.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
I don't know how you can quantitatively measure like plus 69 to confidence, but what I think happens a lot with Zest in particular, and players like him, like Parting is somewhat similar. MC is not. They seem to be Protoss. Dark is a good example of a Zerg player with that, but he just like. Maru's another one, like going into fights and just expecting to win. Even though on paper your army is worse and you should lose the fight, sometimes that like half a second to a second of like, wait a second, can they win? Can he walk in with 4 non-charge lots and 5 Phoenixes against a bunker and win? And there's like that moment where Clem's like, wait a second. And that moment gets Zest. That moment sometimes translates the losing fight into a potential win. That moment of hesitation of like, that's a stupid move, right? Just the shock value is what we're relying on. So, the Widow Mines, he sees him. So here comes Zest. He's got charge now, so. Zest has great map vision, by the way. Like, he's not playing blind. He's not relying on fate here. Well, until he loses most of his Stargate units and almost his Prism. His Prism, which has... Wait, is that... He has 4 High Templar. Why are you out here? What? Well, he did lose the Prism. He only lost, like, 3 Phoenixes for nothing. What? Why are you at... This is the most valuable Prism, the MVP. He's just out here with all of his Templar. Those are all of his Templar. Go home. What are you doing? Jesus. Well, okay, so Zest is here. Okay, we're fighting. What? No! Stop! Oh, the storms! Oh my god! A lot of damage. He just phases in the Prism here. Everybody's getting... There's a bunch of charge lots. Prism goes down, but that charge lot warping is pretty devastating for the Frenchmen. The charge lots are just here. This army is... Well, Widow Mines are going to recharge, and he has no detection. So Zest is going to kill a lot of SCVs. But 22 SCVs He's gonna get out before the mines recharge. So that units lost is now. Clem has lost more, but it's mostly in minerals, and gas is more important usually for a Protoss army. Like on paper, they're supposed to care about gas more, so they should lose less. But so Clem holds, but at what cost? He's sending a drop out. I'm pretty sure that was spotted. I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, here comes the drop. Zest. Okay. Well, does not react. He's too busy microing 2 phoenixes. Okay. Builds a cannon. Another. Well, that one he reacts to. But here's the army. Medevac going home. There's a scouting immortal out there. Clem kiting. Clem, if Clem's able to pick the fight, he does well. Like, was it just gonna fire again before the cannon? 11 SCVs die to a storm drop. He lost the prism. He recalls out the Archons. Right in time. What a beautiful camera work, Zest. Right in time to see the probe. And yes, that does work. So he storm drop, lost the prism to, I'm not even sure what. Maybe the mine. But killed 16 SCVs. Oh, but here are the Archons, persecuted on all sides of the map. But wait, here comes the rest of Zest's army. Archon's targeted, but at what cost? Zest loads up into medevacs he probably didn't want to end up in. Eventually, Zest gets around to target firing, but it will cost him some of his phoenixes. There go the rest of the units. Now we're fighting on the right, little fighting on the left. Clem, down 20 supply, but he's got 2-2 against 1-1 because Zest has yet to discover a Twilight Council. 2 Colossi on the way, but Zest apparently is not going by the conventional wisdom of Protoss should have better upgrades because of Chrono Boost. Zest says anything times 0 is still 0. But now it's Chrono Boosting 2-2, so that was just a straight up mistake. He had plenty of gas. He just decided, oh, well, looks like 7 more probes die. And now the worker counts are even. How does this happen? Zest has a bit of a problem now. I don't know the last time he built probes. Maybe he reached his, like, quota for the game. He's now lost 18 probes, and he hasn't built a single one past that, which is kind of an issue. But here comes Zest. He doesn't even have Thermal Lance, which means these are very vulnerable Colossi. Drop on the right side, unspotted. A lot of potential damage. No, like, he's just gonna lose the Nexus, right? No? Maybe? More Zealots. He's really leaning on those. Is there a prism? Oh, there it is. Wait, what am I watching? Oh, the Templar find a couple storms. It doesn't look like anything important. Zest just keeps losing. He's at 53 probes, and he's not building. No, Guardian Shield? What, just to make everyone feel nice? I don't. The Guardian Shield's gonna run out before the fight starts. Beautiful EMP across the board for Clem. Are there Templar in there? Indeed there are. The storm's pretty devastating. He gets both Templar out. More storms coming through. The Colossi do have Thermal Lance, but Clem has a 2-upgrade advantage. And with the splash damage drying up, 2 Colossi are still a dead. Where are these SCVs? Why are you here? Go home. I don't. So Zest gets out with his Phoenix Colossi build, which is literally only the Colossi and 1 Phoenix, which has somehow survived despite Zest's best efforts here. I don't. It looked like that fight would turn well for Clem, but Zest got just enough storms, and Clem kind of awkwardly. So Zest is still. Oh, he's rebuilding probes. There you go. Things have gotten. Wow, the supplies are a lot closer than you'd expect for how much damage it seems like Zest has been doing. But part of that is because Zest only has 57 probes. He does finish 2-2. Clem has not found that. Clem has been spending every mineral and every gas. Like, he's been constantly strapped. He's desperate to suck up a few more minerals, whereas Zest just sometimes feels like finishing off that sandwich, I guess. Zest gonna pick up. Are those Templar? Indeed they are. Few Archons, few Colossi. That Marine not gonna live. Well, actually, okay. Well, he got in between the patrols. Achievement unlocked. So, well, we'll see. Alright. Well, the couple Colossi gets the Widowmine. Great EMPs, but there's still the Templar. The Zealots with Ghosts in the mix, as well as the EMPs on top of it from the Ghost. Well, Storms are zoning out. The Colossi having a grand old time killing that Orbital, which is like, you know, not a priority target, but maybe at the end of the day. That means Clem actually going to be able to take down the Colossi, force the other ones to lift, and Zest gets out. With 24 SCVs dying, Zest wasn't quite able to kill the Orbital with his Colossi, which means having them shoot at it was probably, you know, like, a huge mistake. If the Colossi were attacking in that fight, I think Zest may have just pushed through for the game. But the Colossi almost didn't hit any enemy units. Especially not the army. So that's kind of a huge mistake. Clem, though, like, he's down to 44. Zest is starting to lose more and more. Zest getting hard countered. Everything he... What am I watching? Go home! What the fuck? What are you doing? The 17-minute, 117 supply. Your only Colossus and Warp Prism drop. What is the risk-reward calculation on that? Alright, storming the Ghost, which Zest just, where are you going? The Colossus leading the charge because he has the most experience. Venn diascan from Clem. I think that was a Selecto Army hockey out of Clem. Just making sure everything's together. Clem still holding on. Zest finds the money for +3. Like, part of the reason this game is still going as is because Zest is just not caring enough to win it. And part of the reason is Clem, like, from Clem's perspective, Zest should be maxed. Like, Zest should have rebuilt probes. He should have 75 probes and 5 bases and be at 200 supply, like getting a fleet beacon. But Zest only has a little bit more army supply. His upgrades are kind of mediocre considering the situation. They're even with Clem, who's continually lost SCVs. Like, Clem is playing like Zest is continually maxed, and he has to take an overwhelmingly good fight. Little does he know, I guess. Zest, this is it! I mean, it's a lot of charge lots. He's got 37 charge lots. But charge lots are possibly the only thing Clem can reliably counter. Clem has 7 ghosts. Like, that's just a lot of anti-charge lot right there. Plenty of medevacs. Like, there's 74 supply of charge. What is this? Great feedbacks out of Zest. Finds a couple, but there's still plenty of energy for EMPs. Like, Zest is charging more now than the markup on the Apple Store for bits on Twitch, which you should buy and give me so I get more money. Like and subscribe. So many. How many? 44! And we're going. It's happening. He's down to... Oh, the Warp Prism just dies. No storm's gonna happen. The Colossus was the last... Clem is going to crush this fight. Vikings... I mean, that's cute. Right? Wait, no! More charge lots! They're... Like... Clem should still be fine. I guess that's a lot of charge... How many gates? He's got 10 gates. Clem is still crushing it. Because... But the medevacs are actually running out of energy. That charge lot flank was almost enough to turn it. But, once again, Zest loses a fight, but kills so many... He's 125 SCVs! The boys! At this point, they're gonna have a national holiday if any of them survive. Oh my god. Remember when Zest forgot he was supposed to kill army units? It was a terrible day for the Terrans. But we did end up winning. But a terrible day for the SCVs, at least. What is that army? You would what army, Zest? Oh, loses 9 probes to a Widow Mine on the high ground. Clem is only down by 10. In fact, that means his income is about even. Clem, if Clem watches, well, Clem's of course gonna watch the replay. I guarantee you Clem thinks Zest is... There's a non-zero chance Clem thinks Zest is trolling him. Because this is the type of thing you do when you're, like, building carriers at home or something. Except Zest just never built any more probes. Like, he didn't build any more probes. He has 44 probes! This is not 7 minutes into the game! That's not enough. You need to build more probes. He's gonna lose. And this has been Zest's game to lose, essentially since nearly the beginning. Clem has continued to take great fights, but just barely enough being lost, especially in terms of a... He's not... Did he forget? Is his probe key still on P from the Brood War or something? Like, and when one hand's on that sand... Stop. Stop it. Oh, I don't know what this was. I don't know what Clem's doing out here. Beautiful storms. The medevacs coming in the wrong way. The medevacs are huge. Zest is here. Clem was not ready for it. Now, Zest. This is like twice the army you had against the same army, and he turns around. No.
The numbers don't lie.
What? There's 2 prisms.
They spell disaster for you.
Zest had a larger army than the last time he fought against essentially the same army, and he's like, nah, not feeling it. I learned my lesson, I guess. What, the other prism's coming back? Why did you have the second? Are you gonna do double prism micro? What is this? Clem has been continually checking, and he's scanned at least once, looking to see if Zest has another base. I guarantee you Clem is confused. Like, what? Clem! Zest! Zest! Ah! Clem's just desperate to... Clem is playing so careful right now. Clem thinks Zest is scanning again. He's looking like that scan is... Are you going carriers plus do you have another base? What is this? He's got a... What's in there? There's an Archon and a Templar. Oh. Buddy Cop movie version 2. Wow, this game has gone on for 20 more minutes. Feels like 50. But also 10 because of the supplies. Build a probe, Zest. I mean, not to criticize the quarterfinals of IEM Katowice, but build a goddamn probe. What are you doing? Where are the armies? Here comes Zest, piling in. There's also 1 Templar. Oh my god! Oh my god! And that's all he needed. Oh, that storm hit everything. Everything important. Oh my god, but he didn't bring detection. Did he lose detection or did he just not have it? That was the biggest storm of the game. And no, don't just, what are you doing? Oh my god. Oh, okay. There it is. The 2 prisms mean you have more ability to tank damage. The prisms are used to tank damage for the Colossi, Winter. Don't you have a Stargate? Yeah, but Phoenixes cost gas. You got a point there, Mr. Zest. That's fair. It's +3, +2 for both. You should be able to make prisms out of the Stargate because they fly. You know what? Why not? Clem has a way better army now. The Colossi are a bit of a wild... Like, there are some Vikings, but not enough. 3-3 is done, but the medevacs, they don't have a ton of energy, which usually isn't that relevant. Well, can he just kill the prism? Oh, he does. But wait, the second prism! Oh, or not? Is he gonna do the prism thing? No, he's just gonna lose some stuff. Zest! Stop! Oh, but here come the boys. Oh, he just Just warps in. Okay, okay. Colossi. Oh, yeah, he's right where he needs to be. Oh, 16 SCVs dead. The Colossi still doing that. The backup prism. Stop making it look like it was calculated. Bullshit. Bullshit, he calculated that. He just up and lost the first prism. But the second prism is the game winner. What? Oh, god damn it, Zest. I don't think Clem needed to pull SCVs there. I think Clem thought he could crush it. But in comes the second prism. Like, if you were writing a Starcraft movie, okay? If you were writing, don't dream. Don't dream. Don't even think about dreaming about that. Because you know what they would write? They would write, but then the second prism pops up and saves the Colossus at the last second. And it's like, okay, come on, man. That's more cliche than every single ending of the StarCraft 2 trilogy. So, you can't even write that. But here comes Zest. Okay, like, what are these? Supply. 25 to 44 workers. Zest hasn't built a goddamn probe. He's at 2 bases of probes, and that's how he likes it. He still hasn't built a probe for like 10 minutes at 44 probes. 148 SCVs killed. What? Where are you going? What? He recalls? Outmaneuvered. Are you telling me you couldn't take the army? I don't even know if he saw it. Oh, but Zest is 7D chess here. Oh, but yeah, I didn't kill an orbital over there. But then he kills an orbital on the right, and everything is right with the world. So, what? Clem is microing his heart out right now. Unfortunately, I think pulling the boys to try to crush that army was a mistake. Because the second prism... some of these fights, it really doesn't feel like Zest should be winning. But he just shows no... There's one Marine. No, he was doing that Marine! Zest is long-distance mining with the few probes he has. Clem is probably only in this game because he's confirmed that Zest doesn't have another base. Like, Zest is mining out with 43 probes. Clem still has an army that could. That's a lot of... He got his medevacs for all over here. But the 3 Colossi, how many kills? 16, 10, 24. These Colossi have survived for an uncomfortable and undeserving amount of time. These, like, this... What is going on? What did we just see die? I hope it was a prism. Zest has lost 5 warp prisms. 215 zealots. Oh my god. You know what I just saw? I was about to say, it was 215 Marines. And then the number shot up to 223. And then Clem typed GG. So I'll let you take a second to do the math on that one. Oh my god. Clem was finally at the position he felt like he was the whole game. Clem was finally at the spot where he's like, there's just too much. And he was one bad fight away from losing. He finally just lost a medevac. Oh my god. Like, Zest had no right to win this game. He had no right. But he refused to consider losing as an option. Like, not like he refused to lose and he was determined not to. No, it just looked like it wasn't in his vocabulary. Somehow, it just at no point had Zest considered that he could lose the game. Because it was irrelevant. Because losing is irrelevant. I guess. What? I don't even... I can't stress enough how against a better player, and I know everything I'm saying right now, okay? I'm saying it intentionally. Against a better player, Clem would have won several times. Like, but Zest won. Did he, though? Anyways, since it's match point, it's time for a quick advertisement. Shout out to our sponsors. Please pause ad block. Hey everybody, I'm Winter, and I'm here to tell you to like and subscribe, because while in this match there ain't no overlords, our corporate overlords do love it when you get involved. So I know you're 30-something years old and the last time you seriously played Starcraft was the better part of a decade ago, but that doesn't mean I can't get more money. Like and subscribe, Amazon, Google, Twitch, wherever you are. Make it happen. Or else. Thank you. Good night. Oh, you guys are staying around? Clem needs to just, like, he needs to play this like a ladder game. It's hard. The quarterfinals, like, even though Clem's been doing really well, it's still deep in the tournament against one of the best and most dangerous players. But if Clem had played that last game like a ladder game, he stops playing so timid. He tries to put some damage on Zest, and then he realizes, oh, there's nothing. Like, for about 10 minutes, Clem was even or even a little ahead on economy, despite losing. Like, you lose 28 SCVs in 2 minutes, and you don't feel like you're ahead in economically. And usually you're not. But here we are. Someone must stop him. Now we'll see. The Zest. I don't think Zest really wanted the game to go that long. It's just when you open Stargate, you don't have as many direct paths to outright killing someone. Stargate is very good at taking control of the game. It's very good at keeping map control and having good scouting, but you can't just, unless you're going to build that Stargate a lot closer to your opponent than Zest did, it is not good at just ending it. So it looks like he's going to be missing his date today, but she's a patient lady, so it'll be fine. Yeah, thank you, that's concussive shells. So Clem. Clem. The French Gouda. A knee-breaker build, but he doesn't have another Rex, so this is not really it's a cheese, but I don't think I've ever really seen this as just a single Rex play. Because usually what you do is you maybe proxy a Rex, you add some Marines in, you let to do damage. He's just going to go DTs again, isn't he? Okay, so DTs are a great counter to this, assuming you don't lose your first several units to Marauders. Well, DTs, I don't think Zest really cares. Oh, saw the Marauders. The Marauders give everything away. You just don't build Marauders this early. There's only one reason, and it's exactly what Clem's doing. Unfortunately for Zest, or fortunately for Zest, he saw it and he got the cancel out. Which gives him, he can get the Adept back. There's not even building a shield battery, partly because he didn't have a God damn it, Zest. A few probes getting involved, trying to kill the Stalker, but the probes are actually boxing out. Zest handling this essentially perfect. He's gonna lose the Stalker, but wow, so this yeah, I'm coming for you, my friend. Whoop. Gets an extra hit. Clem microing his for his life, and indeed it is his life that is in jeopardy. So wow, that did less than nothing. Less than nothing is essentially... That cost Clem a lot. He lost 2 Marauders, which is a lot of build time. And he essentially limited his build to bio early. Like, Zest knows exactly what he's dealing with. It's not going to be Ravens. Zest was already going DTs. Because of course he was. Like, I'm pretty sure Zest's intent from the start, like well before he saw any of this, was DTs. But this isn't going to cause him to rethink that. Not that anything could. He's just going to, like, if it's bio, you're not going to have a Raven. And even though it is bio, you're not that likely to be building... You might build a turret or two, but building turrets is kind of an admission of having a lower economy for a while. So without a Raven, or even anything to threaten the Prism, this is going to be... Oh, there is a turret on the low ground, so thankfully for Clem, he has some basic... Oh, he doesn't... This was a bit of a half and half. This is a DTs or Stargate turret. Because he's not sure what it is. But he wants to have the... Oh, Zest just loses 1 DT. And then he loses the second. So that's about the best case there. Yeah, that was about as good as that could have gone for Clem. Maybe besides killing the Prism. What? An Archon. Okay. Archon it is. How good are Archons? Wow. What a bully. Wait, what? Can he just... Okay. Well, he just kind of kills some Marines. Oh, we got a rare shot of a mule dropping in. So, where does this leave us? Whenever there are DTs in general, even for Protoss, it's kind of awkward. That War Prism is an anchor. That War Prism keeps you at home, especially when you don't have Stargater. It keeps you at home. It keeps you... well, you have to have enough units, especially with the Archons. DTs, you can have a few units, maybe. But Archons are kind of a whole deal. Oh, what? What? You just... What? What? Stop. Like, that was somehow both better and worse than Zest should and could have done. He killed way more than he deserved to, but also lost way more than he ever needed to. Which is just... Here we are. So it seems like this game is going to be very similar to the previous one. Where Clem is doing his best to have a measured and pragmatic response with solid control, and Zest is winging it. Oh. This is no... Oh, no. Oh, come on. Why do his stalkers get extra range? You got singularity charge somehow. Oh. Like, Clem is a split second too late on the medevac, and 8 more men die. Ah. That's not a GG medevac, but that's definitely a tilting one. That was a really big one to just outright lose. You know how that Warp Prism, like, it anchored Clem at home. The threat of the Prism is so great that Clem had to leave a lot at home. The medevac's like half that, and a dead medevac, believe it or not, is 0. So there's nothing keeping Zest from sharking around with his stalkers. Now, an observer saw everything. The observer saw the whole army move out. So Zest is like, now is a great time to move in with 6 stalkers. Clem is exactly halfway across the map and comes back. And while this might seem ridiculous, 1, this is because the medevac died. And even though he's losing a couple stalkers, this was perfectly calculated. This is all the time Zest needed. He needed another 30 seconds to get charge, get +1, and finish the Templar archives. So now, instead of hitting with 30 seconds left on those, Zest is going to have all his upgrades done right as the fight starts. A good drop in the back. Clem trying to work both angles. But unfortunately... Wait, what? What did he just... He recalled something. He recalled stalkers from somewhere. Oh, this is a terrible fight. Wow, that's a... Clem, those force fields are good enough, though. This is once again, one of the worst fights that Zest could ever take. There's not enough Marines to kill the Prism. And that was one of the worst ways to take that fight for Zest, but he doesn't seem to acknowledge that in any way. Wow, like, if he had just pulled back a little or waited for another round of Warpins, and he had plenty of time, but instead we lost, how many Stalkers? He's lost 6 Stalkers. It feels like 20. 4 more Archons on the way. Meanwhile, Clem is chasing. He's likely not expecting Zest to be right. Now this is Clem, I think, getting a little desperate. Yep, Zest is just right here. Yeah, here you go. Here's the rest of here's the good units. The charge lots just all up in there. Half of them very interested in this barracks. Wow, this is a terrible fight. Zest is really showing us how not to do it. His units easily distracted, but another round of charge lots, and Clem is already on the back foot, and he doesn't have many more feet to fall back to. Which is a real mixing of the metaphors, like Zest mixes in actually attacking the enemy army every once in a while, which is a nice change of pace. But if he gets that bear, it's an Archon. Clem still continually microing. The Archon and 2 Zealots going at it. Another Archon that's targeted. Marines rallying to their death. Clem microing. There's also some Stalkers. The workers will suffer the ultimate price here, as Clem desperately the Orbital's just either dead or near to it. So 28 SCVs. And Zest still has just some units all up in here. I don't know how he does so well with it. I don't understand. He must have discarded a lot of cards. Like, half his units weren't even fighting! Is Protoss... Like, no, but I don't see... it. I don't know how much there's method and how much is madness. Zest is... he just... What, are you gonna out-micro the rocks? No. Now we're speeding it. I'm not even sure why he backed off. I thought that was a game-winning army. He's getting stormed now, but you're giving Clem time to build an army. I really thought we were nearing the conclusion there. But maybe we're just getting started. Because Clem is down 20 workers, but Zest may not ever build a probe. What is this? What is this? This is, well, the storms make things a lot more difficult for Clem. Oh my god. And once again, he just barrels in through the Speedula and just dunks the storms home. Oh, like, Clem thought he had a great fight, and Zest comes in with the knockout. Oh my god. That time it was calculated. That time Zest was like, oh yeah, he'll want to fight there. And just barrels in, the Kool-Aid Man bringing Psystorm in for all the Marines and Marauders. And oh yeah, Zest is moving on. Clem couldn't withstand the speed and agility of Zest's malleable builds and mind. And the mines were not enough. Like and subscribe, and what do you think will stop this man? And is it the hoodie that gives him his power, or is it what's underneath? Thank you for watching. IEM Katowice 2021. Good luck. Have fun. See you next time.